next pitcher.
Both teams in royal blue here. The Hawks royal blue and white. The Colts royal blue and black. Black jerseys, blue pants. In there on the inside corner, and catches her looking. That's a K backwards in the scorebook. So one out here in the top of the second.
Palladini, a 2.72 ERA. Three and 0 when she pitches.
Hit to left field. Left fielder goes back and now comes back in to put it away for the second out. Just got under that one and she would have been able to drive it farther. So 2 outs quickly here in the top of the second.
That was Conkle, the junior for Buena High School.
So Colts trying to get something going here with 2 outs. Changeup, she was out in front of it. And she's going to leg it out. A lot of backspin, Julie, on that coming off the bat. Probably would have been wise for the catcher to let it go foul. But when she tried to field it, there was so much backspin on it, she wasn't able to come up with it. And an infield hit for the Buena Colts.
Yeah, the adrenaline of the game sometimes makes it hard to think. That was Morgan Smith, the senior for Buena.
So 2 outs now, 1 on first base. First pitch swing and fouls it straight back, 0-1. What's her name? And 0-1 pitch. Swings through, 0-2. So quickly in the hole. Ball's down low, goes to the backstop, 1-2. Or excuse me, fouled off, 0-2. Buena, we don't have a lot of their numbers according to, what did you get yours off Max Preps?
Yeah,
I got mine off of AZ Preps. But. Oh boy, that was close for you. You don't really normally don't take that. You at least try to foul it off, but nice eye at the plate. And that was a ball. So 1-2. Same place, same result. Even count at 2-2. Boy, she's got a nice eye at the plate. I'll tell you, I'd be taking a hack at that, at least trying to foul it off to stay alive. So 2-2 the count here with 2 outs and a runner at first. So look at this. She went from 0-2 to full count. And that means the runner at first will take off as soon as the pitcher lets go of the ball. And she walks her. I don't know why the runner didn't take off, because a walk, you're going to go down there anyways. A strikeout, the inning's over. And a hit, you've got at least a 4 or 5 step head start on a ball that's when you make contact. So I'm not understanding that at all. That's just poor coaching on Buena's part.
So now you got runners at first and second. See if Buena can capitalize.
So runners at scoring position. First pitch, up high, ball 1.
This is Kylie Kuriger, the junior for Buena at bat. 226 batting average for Kuriger.
1-0 pitch. Up high again, ball 2. So batter's way ahead in the count here. She's going to have to come in with something good. Let's see if she can drive the ball. And the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and down goes Buena. Excuse me. That's strike 1. My bad. Meyer on that 2-1 and swings through it again, 2-2. It looks like she took a little off on that one, Julian. Nice changeup. And the 2-2 pitch barely misses. I'm on the air. Do not call me. Showing bunt, but she's not going to bunt with 2 strikes. Oh, got her looking on the inside corner. Probably not a good idea to show the bunt. You should have just stayed in the box, and that cut down your angle on that. And Buena leaves 2 base runners aboard. That's going to hurt. So at the end of an inning and a half, the Hawks up 2-0.
Prestige Remodeling and Restoration LLC of Sierra Vista has pioneered a visionary approach of customer-centric service. Visit them at PrestigeSierraVista.com.
Yeah, we said that already.
Vista Pros, tonight's live sports coverage is brought to you in part by Vista Pros Heating and Cooling. Proud supporters of our local athletes and the community we call
All games today, viewers, are playing games. Okay, yeah, all games. There's 6 games today, and they're all playing games.
Vista Pros, local, reliable, professional.
Well, the first round is single elimination, so if you lose, you go home. Second round, and from then on forward is double elimination.
At Seniors Helping Seniors, their caregivers are seniors themselves. They show up ready to exceed expectations. Check them out at SouthernArizonaSHS.com or call 520-487-4246.
So Buena made some noise in the top half of the inning, but a couple of questionable ways they went about it cost them 2 runners left on base. So heading to the bottom of the second with the Hawks coming up ahead 2-0.
And here's Maya Loya, the sophomore for the Hawks.
First pitch took a little off of it and in there for a strike. I don't think she was ready for a first pitch changeup, but nevertheless, 0-1. That's just below the knees for a ball, 1-1. Right down the third base line, but foul. So 1-2 the count. The full schedule of both baseball and softball AIA tournament starts on Saturday for both the boys and the girls. And we'll know a lot more after tomorrow's bracket show. Just misses outside. 2-2 the count. Umpire's letting that outside pitch go for a ball. 2-2 pitch, once again fouled down the left side out of play. So the Hawks jumped out with 2 runs in the top of the first to begin the game, or excuse me, the bottom of the first. And we're here now in the bottom of the second inning. Changeup hit to right center field. The right fielder's calling him off for the out. So first out of the inning.
Macy Buckner, another freshman, so a very young group for the Hawks. 244 batting average, 41 at-bats.
So even some of the 5A teams with a bigger enrollment, some have JV teams, some don't. It doesn't appear that Buckeyes do. And there's a drive to right field, but right on the money. Nice placement for the right fielder. Played it right correctly and puts it away for the second out. So that'll bring up number 1.
Carissa Marrero, another freshman at bat for the Hawks.
Nobody on here in the bottom of the second with 2 outs. Runs up and takes the ball high. And way high. Marrero probably looks like she's about 4'11" or 5 foot. She's not real tall, and that one was like about 1.5 feet over her head. So trying to get something started with 2 outs and the pitch. Just misses again. So 3-0 the count. Who's the Buena pitcher?
Mia Zaniga.
Zaniga. And walks her on 4 consecutive balls, so that'll put a runner at first base now with 2.
Second baseman for the Buena. I'm not sure if
Alvia, she's in.
Not sure if it's a kind of signal, but she's tapping her head. Maybe she wants an ABS challenge.
Yeah. All right, 2 outs, 1 on here in the bottom half of the second. Once again, runs up on the plate and takes a ball. So Buena having a little control problems here in the circle.
Hey, relax though. Feel the mechanics. Here we go. Brooklyn.
Pop straight up. Third baseman chasing it and just out of her reach. Kind of had to go around the third base coach for the Hawks, and I think that kind of cut her angle off.
You're right, Momo. On that fence, girl.
So 1-1 the count here. Once again low. 2-1. Hawks batter with a very small strike zone. And right back to the pitcher. She snags it to end the inning. Nice play by the Colts pitcher. So at the end of 2, it's 2-0 in favor of the Buckeye Hawks, with the Buena Colts coming up in the third here in this AIA playoff play-in game today from Buckeye, Arizona.
Incredible wherewithal by Zaniga to react that fast and get the out and end the inning.
It's Zuniga. I got a cousin with the same last name.
Desert RV in Huachuca City is aiming to build a community that surpasses RVs. By giving back through local youth sports sponsorships, veteran support, and community fundraising events, go to desertrvcenter.com. Berean Academy is a proud supporter of local sports, where skill, strategy, and determination take center stage. Stan Greer Millwork, Southeastern Arizona's premier supplier of custom doors and windows. With a distinguished history spanning 40 years with offices in Tucson and in Hereford. Discover more at StanGreerMillworks.com. Pass on the legacy with Stan Greer Millworks.
So the Colts coming up for their third at-bats. And as Julian mentioned, after this inning, we're basically half over.
Yep.
Dropping and dragging.
It is nice about softball. The games go by really quick. So Price up at bat. And let's see if the Colts can get something going here in the top of the third. First pitch fouled away. 0-1 the count. Once again, don't forget the bracket show tomorrow on Cool FM Live at noon. Also, you can watch it at the AIA Live channel on YouTube. 2A through 6A, the matchups will be decided. Just outside. Boy, that umpire doesn't give that outside pitch at all. That's about 6 balls that look like strikes that he's called the other way. So 1-1 the count. Inside, misses as well. 2-1 the count. As far as the catcher, I'd be framing the ball trying to get that call. 2-1 pitch. Fouled straight back, 2-2. Colts trying to get something going here in the top half of the inning. Popped straight up. Pitcher's going to be called off by the first baseman who makes the catch for the first out.
And number 6, Buena Colts.
Greta Sorensen coming up to the plate now with 1 out. And the first pitch. Right through the middle for a base hit into center field, and the Colts have a runner on base. First pitch swinging by Sorensen and knocked it right back up the middle. She's a freshman.
At bat is Amaya Serrano for the Colts. 5.76 batting average. Is the best batter at bat now for the Colts.
So Serrano trying to drive the ball, maybe get the runner to third, if not more. First pitch, little changeup. It's a little looper, and she's going to be caught by the second baseman. She was out in front of it and didn't get a lot of bat on the ball. So 1 out here. First pitch, boy, the Hawks pitcher is throwing BBs, so she's either getting ahead on the count or they're forcing the Colts to be first swing pitching. You kind of want to see what the pitcher has, especially if you haven't seen her before, if your first at bats, to kind of gauge where you need to be. Next pitch low in the dirt, 1-1. So Larson at the plate with a runner at first base and 2 out here in the top of the third. Right down the third base, picked up by the third baseman, looks over to second, no, and goes to first to end the inning. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 person left on base at the end of 2.5 innings. The Hawks up 2-0.
The Doggo Lotto is the hottest sheltered dog game show in the world, and it's right here in Sierra Vista. Pick your lucky numbers for free at coolfmonline.com/Doggo Lotto. Then watch the show every Monday at 6 p.m. on Cool FM Live to see if you won. Over $2,000 in cash and prizes have been given away so far. Grasshopper Landscaping, quality from the ground up. Contact Grasshopper Landscaping for all of your landscaping needs. Visit them on Facebook or Google Grasshopper Landscaping. Allo Fiber, your new home team internet, TV, and phone provider. Visit allofiber.com to learn more about the Allo Fiber difference and become a fiber fan. Now available in Sierra Vista.
I'm going to do this with bigger print if you want.
Number 3, Kaluna.
So Kelly Kaluna coming up to lead off for the Buckeye Hawks here in the bottom half of the third inning. And the first pitch to Kaluna. Swing and a miss. Boy, she had a cut at that one. 0-1. Up high for a ball, evens the count at 1-1. And the 1-1 pitch down in the dirt. 2-1.
Hey, use those legs, pick up the arm speed. Legs, pick up the arm speed. Here we go.
Tried to ride it in on the hands, but missed inside. 3-1.
That missed 1-9. That's the ball,
And it's gonna walk her down to first. She trots.
Give me 1 more second after you get that pitch.
Now,
Give me 1 more second after you get this ball, okay? Riley, on the line outside. Riley, the line. Yeah?
So that'll bring up Pang. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce her first name.
Hey, want the ball? Here we go.
So nobody out, runner at first for the Buckeye, for Buckeye High School. Down in the dirt, ball 1.
Hey, I need that a little bit more. Bring that up for me. Hey, want the ball?
Softball tournament this year in the AIA is going to be very, very competitive. In there at the knees on the inside corner, strike 1. It evens the count at 1-1. And for our viewers both on Cool FM Live and 5TO Sports Talk, Saturday we will be in Marana for Marana Mountain View, and we'll see who they're playing tomorrow. That game starts at 11. Ground ball underneath the glove of the third baseman into left field for a base hit. And so check that on your calendars, 11 a.m. start from Marana. And the Mountain Lions, the number 2 overall seed in the state of Arizona, they are loaded. Wait till you see their pitcher. She's already committed to Pima Community College Aztecs, and this is her senior year. Her sister currently plays on the Aztecs, but she's a sophomore, so she will graduate, and unfortunately, younger sister will not be able to play with her as she did in high school. Kaylee Ellis at the plate. In the dirt, nice job by the catcher to keep it in front, but nevertheless, the Hawks took advantage of it, and runner goes from second to third. So, very aggressive base running for Buckeye. So Kalei Ellis looking at a 1-0 count and the pitch. Driven to right field, coming up and letting it drop in front. It's a base hit that will score another run. So I don't know, that was probably misplay. That was a fly ball that should have been caught for an out, but she let it bounce in front of her. So Buena looks like they're all out of sorts to me, Julian. They're not being smart in the batter's box. They're not being smart on the base paths, and defensively, they've had a couple of plays that should have been outs.
Yeah, and the score so far reflects that, down 3-0.
Back to the pitcher, over to first for the ball goes by her into right field. 1 run scores, 2 runs score. And a 5-0 lead here for Buckeye.
Yeah, error at first base. Ball went far.
Yeah, that was not good. She had plenty of time to get her out. And like we said, Buena looks like they're just still on the bus coming up from Sierra Vista. They do not look good at this point.
Coach Blackshear talking it over with her team.
Yeah, nobody's in the game. You can tell by their head. You can tell by the way they're playing, the way that they're just not in the game.
Yeah, that 4-hour drive, it definitely has a toll on the human body.
This is the third meeting between these two schools, with the Hawks taking both previous games.
First one was at a neutral site, 5-9. The second one also 1-3.
Might have been in one of those, like the CDO or the South Point tournament up in Tucson. Should say down in Tucson. We're a north. So Buena got a big hole to dig themselves out of as the Hawks up 5-0 here in the bottom of the third. 3 runs have already scored. And nobody out.
Yeah, no outs.
Runner at first base. And Ramona Rodriguez at the plate. Squares around the bunt. And nice play by the catcher for the first out. Runner at first gets back. So big out for Buena there.
Number 4, Maya Loya.
What kind of batter is Loya? First pitch to Loya, swing and a miss. Their runner goes down to second with no throw. So once again, you have to question that. Did she get that big of a jump, or should at least have made an effort to get the ball to second?
Yep.
Up high for a ball. 1-1.
You asked AD for an interview?
And the 1-1 pitch. Hit down in the hole, past the shortstop into left field. They're going to hold the runner up at third. And the Hawks got runners at the corners now with 1 out. And 3 runs already in to lead 5-0 here in this play-in game.
Yeah, if you're Buena, you just want this inning to end and
Yeah.
regroup and get ready for the next inning. Macy Buckner at bat.
So Buckner trying to get the runner in from third. 1 out, squares around the bunt. Gets past the catcher, and that's going to score the run. And runner goes from second to third as the catcher threw it right to the umpire. Yeah, the umpire kept that ball from going into the left field and scoring another run. Buena needs to get back on the bus, make a lap around the parking lot, and come back out and see if they can shake off the funk that they're in. So 1-0 the count here. Into second base, bobbles it, and she's going to be on first. Another RBI for the 4th run of the inning, and a 6-0 lead here for the hometown Hawks. 7-0. Thank you. Got my man Julian keeping a good eye on things.
And still only 1 out.
Still only 1 out. Carissa Marrero.
Runner at first.
At the plate. Field in front of the plate. And you see, and the comedy of errors continues here in the bottom half of the third.
Number 12, Valvilla.
So Val Villa coming up now. Runners at first and second.
Hey, someone's gonna cough. Someone has to cough. Let's let him step up and start dragging themselves.
First pitch on the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. In the dirt low, 1-1. So Villa trying to move the runners along here in the bottom of the inning. 5 big runs already in. And slaps it to the second base and passes it into center field. That's going to score another run. And into third, sliding. And safe with runners at the corners now. And an 8-0 lead. This may be a short day here. Remember, 10 runs after 5 is a run rule game.
And in their last matchup, it was a 1-3 final score. Looks like the Hawks came out to play today.
Hawks are very aggressive at the plate and as well as on the baseline, but they're also forcing errors on the Colts. I mean, you know, they try to take that extra base and the Colts end up throwing it into the outfield or that bunt in front of the plate and
making
no play
catch
at second. I mean, you can't have that. That's rec ball stuff.
Vinny's Pizza of Sierra Vista, serving the community for 45 years with great pizza, wings, and sandwiches. We are proud to support this live stream sports coverage here on Cool FM Live. We hope to see you soon. Sonic Sierra Vista, Wednesdays is Wacky Pack Wednesday. Kids meals are $2.49 and Thursdays is 99-cent corn dogs. Durant Plumbing, serving Sierra Vista and Cochise County for residential and commercial plumbing projects for 10+ years. With a lifetime of experience in the industry, proud supporter of local sports programs and athletes.
So remember, Wacky Wednesday at Sonic now for you Sierra Vista people. If you don't like Sonic, go over to Vinny's Pizza. I love Vinny's Pizza.
Vinny's got the best wings in the
Vinny's rocks the wings, that's right.
Ball first! Ball first! Hey, make sure we adjust! Greta! Make sure we adjust! Here we go!
So, Kaluna at the plate. Right around the bunt, but runner goes to second and gets her at second as the run from third scores. They got to be heads up on that play. Yeah, get the out, but you've got to be ready to fire home. And another run scores for the Hawks, now up 9-0. Yeah, you got to come up throwing on that one. And Kaluna has already had some fun. Look how dirty she is. So nobody on base now, and 2 outs here in the inning.
Kaluna is actually the home run leader for the Hawks, 6 on the year.
Boy, if you look at her just physically, it doesn't look like she looks like a power hitter, but apparently can knock the ball out of the park.
Yeah, and an amazing batting average of 6.27.
Oh, wow.
32 out of 51.
Inside, ball 2, 2-0. And different pitcher for Buena now. Hit deep to left field over her head. And there's the power that Julian was talking about as she digs for second and rounds, and she'll stay there for the stand-up double. That ball was rocked into left field. So a 2-out double. Boy, you were right. I was looking at it, I was like, yeah, she's not real big. I don't know how she gets the power, but you saw her right there in front of you. Just a drive over the left fielder's head for a nice double.
Pang up now.
So Buena trying to get out of the inning here. First pitch inside, ball 1.
Is that her chest? Oh, okay. I know your dog got with your chest. Get it down, Brooklyn.
Next pitch, same place, high and inside, ball 2.
Brooklyn Pitts, the freshman, on the mound.
Circle. Up high, that's 3 pitches that she's up high and not even close to the strike zone. So Down 3 balls, no strikes.
Take a breath, friend. Here we go.
Runner at second base. That one's in the dirt, and she takes first on the base on ball. So runners at first and second for the Hawks.
Number 5, Ellis.
And that'll bring up Ellis.
The senior.
So Ellis on her last go around in high school wants to make, I'm sure wants her Hawks to make a deep run here in the AIA playoffs, and it all starts here with the playing games today across the state of Arizona. And Saturday when the full schedule of games, both baseball and softball, will take place. Don't forget the bracket show tomorrow at noon live on Cool FM Live, and also on the AIA Live YouTube channel. Saturday we'll be in Marana for Marana Mountain View, and we'll have to see who they play. That'll be on the 520 Sports Talk, but we also invite our Cochise County viewers to tune in as well. Marana Mountain View, the overall number 2 seed in the state for 5A. They've had a terrific season. Beat Powerhouse CDO twice.
Wow.
And they've only lost 3 games the entire season. So Coach De La Osa's got his troops peaking right now, and this is the time you want to peak. So Ellis at the plate. Up high, nice job by the catcher, but late throw to third, gets away, and not far enough for the runner to advance. Good job by the third base coach.
Runners on second and third for the Hawks.
That's right, the trail runner also advanced. So 1-0. Straight back out of play. That evens the count at 1-1.
Generator, Papa.
All over. Yeah, Papa, good. There you go.
Wants the ball, D. Here we go. Morgan, deep and up.
And a little looper to the first baseman and put it away. And finally, Buena gets out of the inning, but not before 7 big runs cross the plate. And the Hawks lead 9-0 heading into the top of the 4th.
Yeah, overall, very strong inning for the Hawks. He had stolen bases, strong hits, making Buena play catch, making him uncomfortable, and Buena's just happy to be out of the inning.
Boy, that rocket to left field was quite a hit.
The Sherry Ethel team at Long Realty, proud to support our young athletes all season long. If you're in the market to buy or sell, make your first call to the real estate experts at 717-599-2439. Eagle Plumbing, providing expert service in Cochise County for over 50 years. Family owned and trusted for everything from leaks to major repairs. They're just one call away. Eagle Plumbing, proud supporters of local sports. Copper Queen Community Hospital of Cochise County. Their new physical therapy department is now open in Hereford.
Yeah.
Make an appointment with one of their doctors of physical therapy today at 520-432-6435. Once again, thank you to all of our sponsors, making this live stream coverage free to you.
Just go to the game on Saturday. We don't know yet.
So right now we're at 9-0. Once again, if it's 10 runs or more after 5 innings, it's a run rule game. We almost saw one in Duncan on Monday. Todd and I were in Duncan. We were making the 1A tour with Duncan, Morenci, and Hayden, and St. David. So we're up here in the 5A territory. So, Coach, I need a good place to eat with, what do we want, a mom and pop place with good desserts? Here. Yeah, I gotta have good desserts for my camera guy. First pitch is grounded to second and over to first for the first out. Hey, we had Taco Monday in Duncan on Monday night. Rooftop?
Check out Rooftop.
Okay. Todd, I got a place for us to eat. So one out here in the top of the fourth, squares around the bunt, pulls back, and boy, I don't know how you don't call that a strike. That was right down the middle. Ball one.
Right down the middle for ball one.
Yeah, it's been fun this week going out to the little communities in Arizona. Fouled off to the right side. That evens the count at 1-1.
It's always great to give attention to those schools who don't really get it as much.
Hey, I went to a 1A school. Don't make fun of it. And I got a college scholarship. So a lot of good athletes. Don't let the number in front of the A fool you. And the 1-1 pitch took a little off. Nice changeup, and she was way out in front of it. Strike two. So remember, in these playing games, you lose, you go home, and as well as swing and a miss for a strike, and down she goes for the second out of the inning. After round one, it goes to double elimination. This is not considered round one. These are play-in games on the slate today. So two down quickly in the top of the fourth for the Colts, trying to get something going. In there for a strike, paints that outside corner. 0-1. What was the place? What was that place in the called? The rooftop. Spread around the bunt and had to duck out of the way. 1-1. And the 1-1 pitch, way out in front of it, strike two. And the pitch up high. 2-2. Nobody on base, two outs here in the top of the fourth in this 5A play-in game. And misses again, so she went from 0-2 to running the count full. Good job at the plate. And she's going to be ready for this one. And the payoff pitch. Down low, so she's going to take first base, and the Colts have the runner on base with two outs.
Brooklyn Pitts at bat now for the Colts.
Brooklyn Pitts. Another freshman. Hit down to the right side. It's going to go foul. So Pitts will return to the batter's box. Looks like the Ants have some dinner here. So 0-1 count. And the pitch. Pops straight up. Third baseman going to enter the play and makes the out. That's going to end the inning with one runner stranded on base. So at the end of 3.5 innings, it is a 9-0 lead in favor of the hometown Hawks.
What's the run rule?
10 after 5.
Okay, we're getting there.
I got you covered, Coach.
Yeah, I can tell, man. You guys can come to all our games. Shoot. You guys just pick a game to come to, or did someone ask you guys?
We're Cool FM's in Sierra Vista, and then I own 520 Sports Talk in Marana and 602 Sports Talk up in Chandler. So we can definitely do sponsors.
After every inning, we sponsor. And Billy, you can't talk because the microphone's on.
SSVEC are presenting sports sponsor, powering our live stream with sports coverage all year long. SSVEC serving our community. MORSE Automotive Group of Sierra Vista. Stop in today and experience the difference. Cochise County is now backed by MORSE. American Southwest Credit Union is fired up to cheer on our hometown athletes. We believe youth sports builds character and the kind of community spirit that makes us proud. At American Southwest Credit Union, your money stays local. Member NCUA, equal opportunity lender. TWN Communications, delivering high-speed, affordable, and reliable internet and digital phone service with no data caps ever. Stay connected with the freedom and performance you deserve. Prestige Remodeling and Restoration LLC of Sierra Vista has pioneered a visionary approach of customer-centric service. Visit them at prestigesierravista.com.
So Buena running out of innings here. They're going to have to get something going, down 9-0. If they want to get back in this one, they're going to have to do it in the next 3 at-bats.
Number 9, Destiny gets time.
Destiny Litzen at bat.
So Hawks coming up in the bottom half of the 4th, up 9-0. First pitch outside for a ball, 1-0.
On top, Ricky. On top, Ricky.
We're in the bottom of the 4th. It's been all Hawks up to this point. High and away,
Change your grip.
2-0.
Change your grip. Hey, Annie, so shoot one. You got that? Ricky, too. Come on, bud.
And the 2-0 pitch. Fouled off to the left side, out of play, 2-1. So Buena with their second pitcher of the game. Ball misses 3-1. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th. Right down the middle, letter high fastball for strike 2, excuse me. And full count now. Way up high, and she loses her on balls. That's the first base she goes down. And once again, the Hawks with their leadoff batter on.
Val Villa.
Hey, I need on zone.
Who do you have?
Let's go.
I got Ramona Rodriguez.
Yeah, Rodriguez.
Okay, Rodriguez at the plate. First pitch is a strike. Catcher was coming up throwing if the runner was not going back to the base. 0-1 the count. Next pitch in the dirt. Nice play by the catcher to keep it in front of her. 1-1. And the 1-1 pitch. Fouled straight back. Out of play. 1-2.
Good job, Small adjustments.
So those of you who know softball and baseball, if you foul one off directly behind you, you've got the timing. You just got to get the accuracy on the placement on your bat. Fouling off to the left side, you're swinging too early. Foul to the right side, swinging too late. Same pitch, same result. 1-2. Nobody in the stands bringing their gloves today. And fouled off again behind the plate, and that'll carry out of play. So the count remains 1-2. play has seemed to have slowed down from the
Yeah.
first 3 innings. And the 1-2 pitch. Up high for a ball. That evens the count at 2-2.
Then you gotta adjust her body. You gotta adjust her body. Come on.
Just misses high. And the count goes to full. Nobody out. Let's see if they put like a hit and run on with the batter at first, or the runner at first. Fouled off out of play on the right side. So she's hanging tough, just chipping away, trying to find the pitch that she can drive. And driven to left field and deep. Back goes the left fielder, off her glove to the fence, picked up by the center fielder, and you're going to have runners at second and third with nobody out for Buckeye.
Yeah, what a hit by Rodriguez.
She tagged that one, but once again, that's one of those plays that should have been caught. So second and third for Buckeye now with nobody out. Already up 9-0. Looking for that 10th run and maybe trying to get out of here a little early today. And the first pitch up high. Nice play by the catcher to keep it from going to the backstop. 1-0. Just got a piece of it to even the count, 1-1.
Right there. Denisa. Maya, body man, come you.
So 2 runners in scoring position, count 1-1. And up high again, another good job by the catcher. I'll tell you, she's earning her money tonight.
Serrano, the senior.
Here we go.
And the 2-1 pitch. Pat straight up, third baseman going back, shortstop calling her off and makes the catch. Nice play by the shortstop for out number 1. Runners have to hold.
Now, Macy Buckner at bat.
So Buckner comes to the plate now with 1 out and 2 runners in scoring position. First pitch inside, but catches that corner right on the black. 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch swings through at 0-2. If Buena can get a strikeout here, that would take a lot of pressure off the defense. And the 0-2 pitch.
Watch the speed.
Fielder's choice, a 1 unassisted to first base, a 3 unassisted, excuse me, but also a run scores to make it 10-0. So Carissa Marrero up at the plate now. The Hawks in that 10-run territory now, so if they can hold on to a 10-0 lead or 10 runs ahead, heading into next inning, the 5th, would be a run rule game. First pitch is out. Oh, he called it a strike, late strike. So nice pitch by the Colt pitcher. 0-1 the count. Kind of a half swing and strike called. 0-2, so she's in the hole. Kind of run up, the ball was low and the umpire did not call a strike. Kind of a, I think she checked her swing in time. So 1-2. When they slap like that, Julian, it's kind of hard sometimes to see if they went around. Into right field, coming up and making the catch, and that'll do it for the Hawks. But not before they tack on another run. At the end of 4 innings, it's Buckeye 10, Buena nothing.
Yeah, and Buena really needs a score here to keep this game alive, literally. Prestige Remodeling and Restoration LLC of Sierra Vista has pioneered a visionary approach of customer-centric service. Visit them at prestigesierravista.com. Vista Pros. Tonight's live sports coverage is brought to you in part by Vista Pros Heating and Cooling. Proud supporters of our local athletes and the community we call home. Vista Pros, local, reliable, and professional. At Seniors Helping Seniors, their caregivers are seniors themselves. They show up ready to exceed expectations. Check them out at southernArizonashs.com or call 520-487-4246. Desert RV in Huachuca City is aiming to build a community that surpasses RVs by giving back through local youth sports sponsorships, veteran support, and community fundraising events. Go to Desert RV Center.
So let's see what Buena can do here in the top half of the 5th. First pitch swinging and fouls it straight back, 0-1. Oh, the pitch to Kerringer, swing and a miss, 0-2. Hit to center field and she camps under it and makes the play for the first out. So 1 gone here in the top of the 5th.
This is Janisa Price.
Janisa Price coming up, trying to get something going here for the Colts. They're running out of time.
Recently engaged, actually. Congratulations.
Changeup starts her off and low in the dirt, 1-0. Next pitch got the outside corner, and that was one of those pitches he was calling a ball earlier in the game. So gets it for a strike and evens the count at 1-1. Foul tipped, 1-2. Looks like it got a little piece of the catcher too, but she seems to be okay. Buena trying to get a base runner on here in the top of the 5th. And the 1-2 pitch. Changeup just misses, 2-2. And a swing and a miss, and down she goes. So the Colts down to their last out here.
Number 6, Sorensen.
So Sorensen, the last hope for Buena, needs to get on base. 2 outs here. And the first pitch, changeup again outside, Buena no. And the 1-0 pitch. Foul straight back, 1-1. And the 1-1 pitch to Sorensen. High pitch, she hit it near right field, and that'll do it. There's your ball game. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. A run rule 10-0 victory for the hometown Hawks here against the Buena Colts. So Buckeye advances to the first round. Remember, the first round is still single elimination, and rounds 2 and beyond are double elimination here in the AIA playoffs. So any final thoughts, Todd? Okay, no final thoughts from Todd. Final thoughts, Julian?
Yeah, it was a long bus ride up here. It's always tough. Body's not really accustomed to traveling that much and then having to play
this stage of the season, though,
yeah.
you gotta be able to bring it. So Buena just did not have it today, and the Buckeye Hawks very aggressive both at the plate and in the field, and their aggressiveness on the base paths forced a lot of errors by the Colts that turned into runs. So the Hawks advance, and that concludes the season for the Buena Colts. And we'll look forward to the bracket show tomorrow at noon on Cool FM Live.
3:30.
Excuse me, 3:30, thank you. That's right, they were telling us noon, and it's actually 3:30. Okay, so 3:30, let's make that correction, 3:30 on Cool FM Live, and you'll get to see the matchups from 2A all the way up to 6A tomorrow, and it should be a fun tournament, both baseball and softball, for the AIA state championships. So for Julian Duran, I'm Bill McCullough and Todd Ryan saying goodbye from Buckeye, Arizona. Once again, the final score, the Buckeye Hawks 10, the Buena Colts 0. Have a pleasant evening.